When life is speaking to you. Field reading week 21. Life is speaking to us all the time. And this week is an extension of week 20, where the theme was all about regulation. Most of us have been born into families, society that are dysregulated. We haven't had the safeness that we needed to really blossom. So this is also kind of a collective hero's journey. I was in my hero's journey from 2013 to 2018, between 2018 and 2019. Then I kind of came out, and as I have spoken about earlier, I experienced heaven on earth. And heaven on earth, it is when you live from a regulated place. You are in balance, coherence. And the nervous system is overstimulated, and we have gone from fight, fight, fight. Most of our parents have fought some cases, and when we have fought a lot, then we are drained, we are exhausted, and then we go to freeze or kind of collapse. So it hasn't been a balance. So now we are invited into a balance. So I see that what we are all invited into is a collective hero's journey. And I made a free book, a free ebook, but it will also be for sale. But I have given it out for free, and you will find it on my platform, divinedesign.it. And I will give a link under. And this book is the collective journey that we are all in. And it is 16 chapters, but all of the chapters are very short. I have written a lot of books, and most of the books have chapters that are 5, 6, 7 times longer. And this is the foundation, because all of us are in our own hero's journey. You are the hero in your life. You are, someone call it, you are the God in your life. You are the main character in your life. And we want to come to the place where we are regulated, where we don't need approval from all other people, because what is fundamental in our essence is that we belong. We belong. A child cannot survive if it don't feel the mother that can regulate it. And when I was a baby and my mother had me, she regulated me, and she was living from fear. She had a lot of fear, my father also. So they holded a field that were not in balance. So my field became the same field as my parents. So I have walked the hero's journey, and I was 40 years when I started my hero's journey. And what I see that someone is actually starting their hero's journey as a child, and someone in adult. And when I say it, I have to correct it, because it is two layered. The hero's journey, all our life is kind of a hero journey. We are born into a hero's journey, but it is also a specific transformation that happens, and this is what is normally called the hero's journey. When we live from the scripted mind, I live from my scripted mind, from my family, my mother, my father, my extended family, and all what they have learned. So my bone structure were programmed from my family. I was born to my mother, my bone structure were her pattern. And then I saw that, I'm dysregulated. I had a lot of build-up, and I was sick. So diagnosis and sickness become kind of, the life is speaking to you. It speaks to us all the time. And then I went into the dark night of the soul, or the hero's journey. We can call it with both names. And that's when I started to face all my emotional build-up. So I did it for 6 years. And then when, for 2 days, I said I was in the heaven on earth. And it was 31st of December 2018 and the 1st of January 2019. Then I was, for 2 days, I didn't sleep, because I was like, I am in heaven. It was ecstasy. And there were no drugs. It happened just spontaneously, and then I was in it for 2 days. After 6 years of shedding a lot of this ancestor stuff. So I was, wow, so I was like a baby. So I was reborn. And the hero's journey, when you go to the hero's journey, you become reborn. So I have said I haven't lived so long. I was kind of born 1st of 1st of January 2019, so I'm not so old in a new way, in a regulated way. So that's why I encourage everyone to read the Hero's Journey book that When Life is Speaking to Us. And it is out in English and Norwegian, and the Swedish is also Finnish, but my Swedish friend is on a journey, and she will, because it is a guided meditation in it, and I can read in Norwegian and English, but I cannot read in Swedish because it's not in me to do it. So I'm waiting for her to read this meditation, and then the Swedish book also will come out. And I know it will come out in Spanish and other languages. But now it is in English, and I encourage you to read it because I know you will find words and insight that will, wow, this is what I'm in. And when I say that, this week 21, someone reached to me and said, week 20, you spoke to me. And it's like, yeah, it was like, have you read my mind? What are you doing when you are field reading? What I am doing when I am field reading, like I do now, I go into this field and feel what is life all about, the collective field. What I do when I do divine letters, I go into the consciousness of each country. In week 21, I have gone into 2 countries. It is China and Oman. And I was, oh my God, I'm amazed when I go into this field, because I didn't know that China hold the Tao synchrony. It's kind of what they really hold. It is Tao, to understand the Tao and the wisdom that they hold. It is the nervous system, the regulated nervous system China is holding. And Oman, I had no relationship. I haven't thought about Oman because it's not such a big country. And that country also is about regulation and peace from our inner system. So both this country that I have channeled in week 21 is about regulation. It is about nervous regulation, and that is not a coincidence. So I read those fields, and it's kind of, I do the same every week. So this week, it is an extension of week 20 when I spoke with so many people, and it's like, oh, it's crazy, it's all this shit came up. So that's the hero's journey, and that's why also when I woke up in the morning a week ago, it's like, you have to write an easy book about the hero's journey, because this is, people understand what is happening, because my gift is reading the field, reading the energy, because everything is energy. So all of us, we are sensing it, but we don't have, some of us think it is hard to find the right word. What is happening? I'm sick, I have a diagnosis, and we put it into labels. But it is life speaking to us. Life is now trying to wake us up. We are in relationship with the trees, with the Mother Earth, with the sky, with our family, with our land, with our animals. We are in a relationship with everything. So we are all in the hero's journey. But what is called the hero's journey is when your old programming is collapsing and you are trying to find a new safety. Because you know that your safety, your foundation, your essence, it's something that doesn't fit. You kind of feel, I'm not fitting in. And so it's about the belonging pattern that you feel from the inside. You don't find your place in your family, you don't find your place in friends, at work. So you are reorganizing yourself so you find your safety in a new way, in a regulated way. So the word regulation is the most important word in this period, because when we are regulated, in balance, then we are in coherence. Everything can come up, and all people can be field readers like me. We can do everything when we are in balance. And life happens, and then some of us go into extremes. And this is what happens when you go into the dark night of the soul or the hero's journey. My life from 2013 to when I kind of had these 2 days, heaven and earth, it was extreme. It happened so much, and I wrote and I cried and I went through all emotion. so much grief. The biggest emotion I had, the deepest, I was born with a grief. I know that sounds strange for someone, but I was born with grief that I had with me from past life. So I was born with a defect in my heart, and this defect was kind of my birthmark for past life. So I wanted in this life to come to balance. This was kind of what I signed up for, to show also you the way, because I have done this before. I have done it before as a man, now I'm doing it as a woman, because it is a completely difference doing it as a man or as a woman. It's not that one is better than the other, it's just that it is a different experience. Women feel more. We have the capacity to go deeper. It's easier for us. Some men actually do it better than women, so it's not black or white, but we have, because Mother Earth, we are kind of Mother Earth, we are the foundation. It is so easy for women to kind of feel our foundation. So when I went to 2 different shamanic paths, what we did a lot was connecting to Mother Earth and breathing with her rhythm, breathing with her heart. And when I lay down on earth and just felt that I started to pulse at the same way as Mother Earth, it was so emotional, strong, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep and then I cried. It was like she was holding me and I was synchronized with Mother Earth. And this is what happened when we go through the hero's journey. We come out and we know that we have to be connected to Mother Earth. Go barefoot. I have spoken with several people and they said, can you give me advice? And the advice I have given the last couple of weeks is go barefoot, be in nature, connect with Mother Earth, ground yourself. So when you go to the hero's journey, I was a lot in nature. I have been in nature from I was a kid. I loved it. But I was even more in nature in a new way, because even though I was in nature before 2013, I was a lot in my head, in my programming. I tried to find out things. But after 2013, I kind of surrender. I let Mother Earth hold me. So you are invited into the hero's journey, and I encourage you to read this book. It is a very easy book to read. I think maybe it's only take an hour to read it, but we are not supposed to read it kind of just the mental way. It is an embodiment, because we have, for more than 1,000 years, we have lived from this programming. And this is the masculine way. We live inside this box. But the feminine way is to embody it, to make what we know to be flesh, to be the vehicle. So we live from it. So I embody my divinity. I embody my essence. So this is the new, what I have spoken a lot about, Homo luminous. We are regulated people. And I met a new teacher. I'm taking a program. A new teacher yesterday. He was a young man, 28 years, and he is one of the Homo luminous. And I was, oh my God, you are really holding the new. And I meet more and more of these people that are holding the new, that they are regulated from their inner. And also I have met 3 physical children that are born from 2024 until now that are the Homo luminous. And Homo luminous is the same as Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is not the same as Jesus. Jesus was a person, but Christ consciousness is the inner state. It is the regulated nervous system. It is the central point. So it is nothing religious about Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness can also be described as the Theo, what China is known for. So it has hundreds, maybe thousands, I don't know all the names it has, because they have tried to describe it in all religion. So when you go into the fundamental basis, this is what we are now invited into. So if you are Christian, if you are Buddhist, if you are Hinduist, or whatever, if you have a faith, if you go into the essence, this is what I'm talking about. You come to your balance point, you come to your coherence, you come to your bigness. So, and that's the hero's journey, the transformational hero's journey. So we have, all of us are in a hero's journey, but we also have a transformational phase in the hero's journey, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I give this book for free, because I know that what you hold is a piece of me. We are all in this together. It's not you against me or someone against. The border we have done between countries, it is no. So I invite you to read The Hero's Journey and to check out the regulating, and know that our parents did the best they could. They lived in their period. So what I have done in my life, I regulated myself, and then after I regulated myself, I holded this field for my mother. So I did it first. So several of the new children that are born, homo luminous, they are regulated and hold the field for their parents. So it is the opposite. So we think that we are holding it, but a lot of the babies that are born now is actually holding the field for their parents. So we will in this phase see that, oh, what we have taught, we should learn our children. Listen. So this is also a phase of listening. Listening, life is speaking to us, our kids are speaking to us, animals are speaking to us, all life are speaking to us. I live with a cat that was traumatized, and what I have seen from having her with me now, how long is it? I think it's 2 months I have had. She has become more and more regulated, and it's amazing to see, because when she was born, she was attacked from a monster cat several times, and she was so traumatized. She was afraid. She's in freeze. Oh. Flower fell off me. She was in freeze all the time. So if I say chick, 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 she jumped on, and that's a symbol of what we have been programmed with. And I have seen what has happened to the cat when I have had her with her, and she has started to regulate. In the beginning, she didn't want to be with me because it was kind of, what is this new place? She took her to Lyngen, and no, she just loved it. She's safe. She know the routine here, and yeah, it's totally new routine, and a big change for her, because where we lived in Ersvebotn, the birds, the black birds, kind of, we call it the crow, and they attack her, and several other animals attack her from she was little, and the birds attack her because she has probably eaten one of their kids, and that's why. And the crow is remembering this, so when she came out, they attack her, and the monster cat. So she experienced a lot of attack, or what we as human have experienced. But here in Lyngen, the crow doesn't remember her. She's free here, so no animals is attacking her. And I can do whatever I want. I'm free. I'm regulated. And she come to me. She wants to hug, and I regulate her. She's kind of, what is this? Heaven on earth, paradise. So yes, even animals are speaking to us, and we can learn from them, and they can learn from us. So I'm learning this traumatized cat to be regulated. So first of all, we regulate ourselves, then we hold it for our kids, or our parents, or our grandparents, or our siblings. So this is what we are all invited into. So we cannot blame our surroundings, our parents, because we are programmed from our habitat, from what we have created on earth for thousands of years, and we have created a lot of war. Yes, I wish you the best 21 and 2026. 2021 is the week 21 and the year 2026. Mwah.